Hey Amazon sellers, today we're going to be diving into one of the most important tools for anyone who is serious about selling on Amazon, repricing software. Whether you're selling 100 products or scaling up to the thousands, the right repricer can really make or break your ability to win that buy box. And that's going to boost your sales and make you a lot more money. Who doesn't want more of that? I'm Ricky and I've been selling on Amazon for the last 8 years using online and retail arbitrage, wholesale, and mixing in some private label as well. And in this video, I'm going to break down what repricer software is, why you need it, and most importantly, which one is the best option for you to stay competitive. And I'm going to be sharing with you the exact tool that I've been using for the past 2 years, and it's helped me sell over 1.1 million euros in the past 12 months. So if that sounds like your thing, then make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell and keep up to date with all things Amazon. Also, I'm going to be sharing my own repricer account with the ROI, profit, margins, and everything else. So make sure you stick around to the end. Let's go. First up, let's quickly cover what a repricer is and what it does. If you're new to selling on Amazon, here's the deal. Repricing software automatically adjusts all your product prices based on your competition. You can give it as your 24/7 pricing manager. It's going to be working to keep you competitive all day long, especially when it comes to winning that buy box. So what is the buy box? Well, it's this button right here. So here you don't see any other sellers unless you really start looking for them. And as most people are lazy, let's be honest, they just click buy for speed, even though there could be another seller that's cheaper. So why does this matter? Well, around 80 to 90% of all sales on Amazon happen through the buy box, and on mobile it's even higher. What I'm trying to say is the buy box matters big time, and having the right price is one of the key factors that Amazon uses to decide who's going to get that buy box. Now, a lot of people ask me, when should I actually get a repricer? The answer, it really depends on the size of your operation and how much time you have to manually adjust those prices. Now, if you've only got 10 to 20 SKUs or different products, you may be able to handle manually adjusting those prices, but you still could be missing out on lost profits. And if you're growing, let's say you have 100 SKUs and you're not using a repricer, then you're seriously wasting a massive amount of time and you're throwing away money, guaranteed. And if you're like me with almost 2,000 SKUs, it's impossible to manage prices manually. So this is where automation comes in. Now, I've seen people start using a repricer at 20 SKUs or wait until they have 200 or more. Personally, even if I only had 20 to 30 SKUs, I would make sure I get a repricer and automate, because I know it would make me way more money on the upside than the cost of the repricer, depending on the cost of the repricer, of course. The right repricer will free up your time for more important tasks, so then you can concentrate on sourcing and scaling. Quick question, do you use a repricer? If you do, which one are you using? Let me know down in the comments below and we can get a discussion going. Right, so let's talk about which repricer is best for you. Amazon actually has a free repricer built into Seller Central. It's okay if you're just getting started and you want to just test out a repricer. This is actually the first repricer that I ever used when it was introduced about 5 years ago. But the downside is it's pretty basic, and in my experience, it will only lower your price to keep you competitive. It's not going to help you maximize the profits because it's not going to help you keep raising the price as much as possible. It's focused purely on driving sales because at the end of the day, that's how Amazon make their money. But we want to make as much profit as possible, right? Now, the sales are nice, but the profit is just better. If you're serious about growing your business, you're going to be wanting to look into a paid repricer. Paid options come with way more customization. It allows you to set rules-based strategies like category, inventory age, or seller type, like who you're competed against, like if it's FBA or FBM, and more. The goal here isn't just to get the buy box, but you want to get the buy box at the highest price possible. So which repricer is going to be best for you? Well, here's some options. First up, there's Repricer from Excelco. I used this repricer for about 2 years after I got tired with Amazon's free repricer. Now, it worked and it does have some flexibility, but for me, it worked out really pricey because we sell in 9 marketplaces and each marketplace has an additional cost. If you're just selling in one market, maybe it could be a good fit for you. The other downside was the fact that you have to set all the minimum and maximum prices for every single SKU that you have in every single market. And if you've got over 1,000 SKUs, it's going to take one person all day long, every single day, especially when you need to adjust those prices again. No thanks. Next is Repricer Express. Now, this is powered by eDesk, but it's actually from Excelco as well. I haven't actually tried this one, but I'm told it's especially good for automations, which is what you need if you're managing hundreds or thousands of SKUs like we do. Now, you can set rules for different scenarios, like when Amazon goes out of stock, for example, and you can automatically adjust those prices to maximize those profits. Now, for me, the cost is just ridiculous. Again, because we sell in many different marketplaces or channels, as they call it, it's going to cost us over €1,000 a month because of those 9 different channels. So for us, it's a definite no, but if you're only selling in one market, it could be for you. But for me, it's still priced pretty high. Then there's Be Cool. This one's known for being cost effective, but if you want instant price updates, you're still going to be paying about $100 a month. We did use this for a while when we were selling in the US, and it's a pretty good option if you're just starting out. It does allow you to reprice based on competition, but isn't as advanced when it comes to like automation. Unfortunately, it only covers 5 main marketplaces in Europe. So for us, again, it's a no, but still for the price, it's solid and worth checking out. And there's Profit Protector Pro. Now, I haven't actually used this one personally, but I have heard a lot of good things about it, especially about its integration with BuyBox Pro, if that's your sourcing software. It also allows you to set repricing rules right from the sourcing process. So great for speed. The final one is Repricer from Seller Toolkit. Now, I've saved the best till last, in my opinion. This is the one that me and my team have settled on, and we've been using it for the past 2 years. Now, at first, it may seem a little complex, but once you start using it, the flexibility and automations are just amazing. And if you've got any issues, Norm and the team get any questions answered fast. And the best thing for you European and UK sellers is there's no extra cost for additional marketplaces. If you want to add the USA, then that would mean having another account, another subscription. But we sell in 8 marketplaces in Europe and the UK, and STK only costs us €32.99 a month. Compared to over €320 a month we were paying when we were using Excelco Repricer, because we had to pay for each additional marketplace. It's just such a massive saving, over €3,400 every single year. And we get more flexibility and we get more automation with STK. Plus with almost instant price updates and the ability to snooze your rule overnight, which basically means it allows a breather so price can be bumped up by a set amount. And this allows other sellers, repricers, to bump their prices up as well. This helps stop price tanking. For me, it's a clear winner. I'll tell you what, let me just show you now on the computer. Okay, so this is Seller Toolkit. This is my live account. So this is today's sales so far. We're still early on in the morning. This is the sales, profit, units sold, ROI, etc. You also got margin down here as well. Now, this is just shows you the last order that's been placed. And then we've got sales over the last 30 days here. This shows 7 days. Let me just click on 30 days here and you'll get a better idea. So this all now matches up 30 days. So you see 95k in sales, 15,000 in profit, 2,200 units, etc., etc. This bit here will be blurred out because it's our profit and loss part, and this just shows all of our business expenses. So obviously salaries, virtual assistants, any other expenses in the business for the last 30 days. You can also set this to any other time scale, right? So you got yesterday, 7 days, month to date, previous month, lifetime, and then you can custom as well. So that's that. Here, because we're selling so many different marketplaces, it's also breaking down all the different countries and how much we've sold per country. As you see, Germany is our biggest market. So that's a little overview on that. But we've also got, you can see your inventory. You can go through all the orders individually. And then we've also got the part that we've all come for, which is the repricer. So this is a repricer dashboard here. And it's going to show you all the different countries, what products we're repricing. So we've got 11,000 products in all the different countries. But obviously, if we just select one, then you'll see there's 1,500 active in this country, probably a bit less in Germany. And there's different amounts in different countries due to restrictions on certain products, for example. So we want to come into the repricing rules. Now, I don't mind showing you this. This alert will come up, but for me, I've got my rules set up exactly how I want them. And so I'm going to take that off. So here we've got our rules automation. And this is the genius thing about STK. We've got 0 to 60 days here. And then when the SKUs get over this age, they then jump across to this rule. And you see they're slightly different. We've got, 14% margin here, 10% here, 7% here, and it drops down and down and down, because basically we don't want to hold on to these products forever. We want to get rid of them. We don't want to hold them because we're getting charged storage fees every single month on Amazon. And then it gets to a point when it gets to this here, and every SKU that goes past this age, we're actually managing manually. So idea is with this rule, we want to clear them out, even though we'll be making a loss. That's okay. We just want to get rid of the stock now. We don't want to hold it any longer, because the next age, when it gets over 270 days, you start getting charged long-term storage fees. So we don't want that. And then we've got different rules for shoes. And as you can see, look, we've got a ton of rules here. We've got rules for the UK, as well. And we've got separate rules for FBM and even a break-even rule to clear stock as well. So this is how I'd say complex you can make it. But for me, it's not really complex. Now it's all automated. I haven't adjusted these rules for probably the last 60 days or so, when we just made a slight adjustment. And that was just a case of just tweaking, maybe instead of 10%, 12%, something like that. Once you've got them set up, it is so nice because you don't have to be manually going into these products and changing each individual one. You can set a minimum and maximum on each individual product if you want, but we try and avoid this as much as possible so it stays automated and easy. And then you can jump into reprice filters, which then you can search, for example, products in the UK that are under a certain rule. You can click on products in the UK that are under this rule, for example, and it'll bring up all of those products for you. And that's it. If you're interested in this software, then check out the link below. You get that 14-day free trial and a 30% off for your first month as well. So check it out and let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And there's the sales over the last year: 27,000 units, 1.1 million, and just about 200,000 in profit. The thing is with STK, it didn't actually start as a repricer. It also helps you manage your inventory, produces reports, tracks profits, analyzes sales, and calculates all your FBA fees live. So any changes get auto updated. So then you're not losing out on your profits, which is essential for repricing, by the way. And it also provides real-time insights. So for any business that wants to optimize, this is for you. If this sounds like what you're looking for, then I've left a link down below, a 14-day free trial plus 30% off your first month. So check it out. At this point, you're probably wondering, which repricer should I choose then? Now, it really depends on your business model and your goals. Here are a few things to think about. Marketplace. Make sure the repricer works in the marketplaces you're selling in. And if you're both in EU and the US, you want a repricer that covers all of those regions. Pricing structure. Some repricers charge based on the number of SKUs, while others charge based on the volume. And if you're selling in multiple markets, then you don't want to be paying for additional marketplaces. Choose one that fits your current stage of growth and be mindful of how these costs will affect you when you start to scale your business. Customer support. Now, this is a big deal. Now, repricing can be complex, especially if you're new, and you want to make sure the software has a good, solid support, because if something goes wrong, like your price is suddenly dropping, you need help fast. All right, before we wrap up, here are a couple of final tips. Always test a new repricer on a few products before rolling it out across your entire inventory. You want to make sure it's working perfectly, just the way you expect it to. Now, keep an eye on your settings and your sales, because if something doesn't seem right, don't be afraid to contact support. Most importantly, don't set it and forget it, especially at the beginning. Keep tweaking your strategies as you learn more about your repricer, your sales, your competition, and your market. And once you've found your settings and your automation, then it just takes the occasional slight adjustment. Thanks for sticking with me till the end. I really hope this helped you get a clearer idea of what repricing software is and how to choose the right one for your business. If you use any of these tools before or you have a favorite, drop it in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what's working for you. And hey, if you found this video helpful, hit that like button and consider subscribing for more content just like this. And I'll see you in the next video.